morning in Springfield, the North End celebrating National Night Out. National Night Out is an annual nationwide event that aims to strengthen relationships between local law enforcement and the community they serve. Tonight's event kicked off at 5 p.m. and wrapped up just a few hours ago at 8. And we spoke with Officer Julio Toledo, who tells us why he enjoys participating in events like this.
The police department is part of the fabric of the community. It's an important piece of the community, and building trust with the community is an important piece as well. And the police are the public, and the public are the police.
Tonight's event took place at James Ula Park on Morgan Street.